Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into, well, a really fascinating idea from the sources you shared.
Hmm.
It's about the surprising power of starting small, on the path to success.
Yeah, it really jumped out from those excerpts and notes, looking at the journeys of, well, some incredibly successful people.
Exactly. And the core idea that keeps popping up feels almost counterintuitive, but really powerful.
It is. What's fascinating looking across these different stories is how um, consistent it is.
Yeah.
Big achievements, they often don't start with some perfect grand plan.
Or a huge launch.
Right.
Yeah.
So our mission here in this deep dive is to really explore why these sources stress the starting point is often tiny, often imperfect steps.
And what that actually means for you listening.
Precisely.
Because let's face it, anyone looking at a big goal, maybe a career change or a creative project.
Or building something totally new.
Yeah, or even just a personal challenge, that pressure to have it all figured out, to make that giant leap, it can just stop you in your tracks.
Totally paralyzing.
Yeah.
And these sources, they just push back hard against that whole idea.
They really do. So instead of focusing on this massive leap,
Hmm.
the source material uses this really vivid image. It says success often begins with just a whisper that says, I can.
I like that. A whisper. It's not about having all the answers, is it?
Not at all. It's more about giving yourself that internal permission just to take the very first step, even if it feels awkward.
Or messy. That distinction is key, isn't it? The giant leap versus the quiet whisper.
Definitely. The leap feels like it demands perfection right away and huge amounts of courage.
While the whisper kind of acknowledges the doubt, acknowledges it might be messy.
But it's about starting, just
Yeah.
initiating movement. So the sources are saying, forget perfection.
Just begin. Even if you feel messy, even if you're scared.
And that's where the source material gets really practical, I think.
Mhm.
It talks about how this whisper